persons that have been excluded from enjoying the opportunities and privileges under apartheid are considered to be black. And there are particularly 4 classified groups that fall within that category. So it's black people. This is now based purely on your skin color. Okay, black. And then there are colored people, and myself and Shanae and Biko would fall into that category. And remember, these were racial classifications based, done by the apartheid government, remember? There's also Indian, in other words, those of Asian descent, that looks colored, but they are slightly colored. Very strange. Then there are women, and these are now white women, are also classified under the BE Act as beneficiaries, because all of our economic sectors were white, male dominated. But under the new BE Act, white women are also beneficiaries and also can enjoy the same privileges that black people have. We have introduced one other category, I think it's about a year ago, and those are the Chinese. So if you are Korean, Chinese, any other Asian descent than Indian, you also fall and qualify under the BE Act. Does that help you? It's a very precarious explanation because we still today have no idea why the apartheid government divided people based on race. How do you determine that? You know, it just boggles the mind. So it's a sad state of affairs, but BE is trying to reverse that. You know, one of the examples that I can explain to you, when I was doing some of my studies in Cologne, the special emphasis I did was to look at the Roma people, or the Gypsy community. And one of the debates at the time, that was during the early 90s, was the Roma people seeking compensation for the suffering during the Nazi period. And as you know, they only received compensation as late as the 90s, because they were not necessarily considered to have been affected under the Nazi regime, but they were. Do you know what I mean? So it's the same kind of thing that we are trying to address through the BE Act. Okay.
Great, let me thank you very, very much for joining us today and giving those really impressive and very emotional insights, not only in the wine industry in the EU, but also into South Africa. And let me end with a personal note as well. You were emphasizing legacy, which I think is very important, but at the same time you two created a new legacy, and I'm very happy that it might become a filmmaker one day. Biko, and I'm saying why, because Biko is perhaps the revolutionary icon, Steve Biko, who was murdered by the apartheid regime. So in naming Biko, and I'm quoting a letter that Charles put into a poem at the end of my introductory chapter in the book. It really means of turning around his legacy. And I think that's also what BE tries at least to make a first step towards. And thank you all for coming out and being such a wonderful audience.